I'm stuck here in quarantine. I got books, but I've read them. I got movies. I've seen them 5 times already. I'm just stuck. And between now and when Tijuana Jackson comes out, what should I, besides your podcast and your stream YouTube channel, what should I be watching? What should I be reading, Romney, in your opinion?
I'm actually going to pull out my list because I've been making my daughter sit down and watch a movie every night because she was killing me with these movies she was watching. I was like, oh, we just got to do better. So let me pull out my list of all the movies that I have. Have you watched City of God as of yet?
I'm the guy in City of God. Like, I related to that.
You're Rocket. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, the scene, you know, I'll tell you, it's like whenever people talk to me, I say what a camera gives you entree to, right? So everybody loves to have their picture taken, even these gangsters in City of God.
Right.
And at some point I said, wow, you know, just the rooms I've been in, the access I've been able to have just by having a camera in my hand, I relate to Rocket and City of God. You know?
Man.
So that's a key movie for me. So right on.
You're legit Rocket. Yeah. So if you haven't watched it yet, y'all got to get out there and watch City of God. Here, I have a very long list, so bear with me, okay? If you want to watch
I won't catch on.
An oldie that really plants interesting seeds about like the fine line between sanity and insanity, there's Jack Nicholson in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. I think that's an amazing movie. I think that Slumdog Millionaire is worth a watch. I also think that Cuba Gooding Jr. and Regina King and Jerry Maguire resonates more today than they did then. That's all I'm going to say about that.
The characters of the movie.
Say it again?
The characters of the movie, the whole idea of having a mission statement and breaking free of the establishment.
I completely agree.
Or the show me the money part.
Oh, my God. But just also when the offer came in, and his wife and Regina King was like, "No, you are not going to take that off. This is what you're going to do." And he was ready to give in because his agent was telling him this is the best you're going to get. And she explained to him, "No, not my king. My king, you're going to do this. You are strong. You are beautiful. You are determined. Yeah. You are capable." And it looked like he was about to completely shut it all down. He's like, "You the shit. You the shit." You know, and I was like, yo, man.
Well, again, we get that little piece. We don't get the, you know, yes. So yeah, I'll give you that. And he got an Oscar and he did a backflip. So it is what it is. When you get your Oscar, please don't act too crazy.
Who knows if that's even going to happen again. But there's also Coming to America, which is a classic for me. And I think that if you haven't, you should revisit Coming to America. I think that is an amazing ass movie. And then there's a little independent film that doesn't necessarily have a happy ending. It's called Sin Nombre, right? And so we, you know, is it okay that I'm bringing up black and brown films? Like I'm talking, a lot of what I'm telling you was either like Brazilian.
Yeah, well, this is called Real Black TV, so feel free. I mean, I would say Coming to America 2 is coming out. God willing, in December, but
right. You know, get refreshed. And Sin Nombre is predominantly Mexican, and well, you know, oh shit, it's South American. Yeah, is that okay? It's Mexican. Is that okay, or do you want me to just take the black?
We love everybody. No, okay. That's your list. I'm not.
School Days. Y'all be underestimating School Days. You gotta School Days is talking to folks, okay? School Days to me is an amazing film. And then I'm going to end on something called Rabbit Proof Fence. And Rabbit Proof Fence, yeah, it's about the indigenous people of Australia, the Aboriginals of Australia, and it explains the struggle and the plight and the invasion of Caucasians and how that has played out. And, you know, it was a moving film for me. And so, you know, I kind of identify, you know, maybe because of my Caribbean upbringing, but I kind of identify with the culture kind of across the world, cultures across the world who had similar struggles to ours.
Well, and books, I mean, I have a ton of stuff in my Kindle, but I mean, in terms of either history or self empowerment, I mean, what kind of sticks out? What are your
Ooh,
go-tos?
whoa, on books, bruh, you got me. I gotta look. You know what? I'm not even gonna complicate this. I'm gonna tell you what I did, what I started reading, and it just maybe I'm gonna just get played out for it, but I don't care. Yo, man, Dr. Claude Anderson's Powernomics collection is the truth.
Mhm.
And I don't think that moving forward in life that we can really have any more conversations about Black empowerment or Black equity, you know,
Yeah.
without including experts on the topic of economics, because ultimately we're in a country where that's what moves the needle. And so Dr. Claude Anderson's Powernomics, those books, the whole collection, the $99 collection, is the truth. And I'm gonna just leave it there.
I'm not going to leave it there because I don't know when I'm going to talk to you again.
All right, let's do it. Let's do it. We got
You
time.
know, because we're on the same page. We're basically the same age.
Yep.
Whenever I talk to people, I talk about metaphysics.
Mhm.
And I think every book is the same, quite frankly, but they're all kind of like variations of Think and Grow Rich, if you
Mhm.
ask me. But what's your go-to on metaphysics? What's your go-to on history or the social current?
Okay, first of all, as far as metaphysics goes for me, a book that was very influential and remains very influential is a book called The New Psycho-Cybernetics. Now,
Mm,
this book was originally written as titled Psycho-Cybernetics in 1968. But then the book was updated in 1994. And what it is, it was originally written by Dr. Maxwell Maltz, and then it was updated by Dan Kennedy in 1994. And then it's been updated since. They even have an online school and everything. And the philosophy behind this book is that we are immaculate, with the immaculate conception of
mhm.
our self-image. So when we talk about a self-image, it's not necessarily what you're saying out loud. It's not necessarily, I'm a king, I'm beautiful, I'm this, is that. No, it's the quiet voice that you hear when you're alone, standing in the mirror or laying in bed, or just in a space with no distractions. That quiet voice is your true self-perception. That's the way that voice talks to you in your head, is how you perceive yourself. And you are more than likely, everything from your income, in regards to your health and everything else, is a direct reflection of that self-perception. And that if we actually want to change the course of our life in any way, the first thing that we have to do is work on our self-image. And we have to find ways to change our self-image to in more positive ways. And that book really changed my life. I've read that book.
Yeah.
I've read that book at least 7 or 8 times. I was actually
Mm.
thinking about reading it over again because I just keep finding new stuff in it. And I've heard the saying that it's not that you find new stuff in the book, you find new stuff in yourself. And so I would recommend, at least to me, I would recommend that. There's also an author. She writes books, and I'm looking for her right now. But it's called Little Owners Children's Books. And if I'm not mistaken, what Little Owners Children's Books does is it writes stories about children of color, children's books, children of color being entrepreneurs and owning
Mm.
businesses. And so to me, that's a great self-help book for a kid. That's a great way to condition the mind of your child to being completely comfortable seeing themselves as an owner, especially of anything, especially in a society where pretty much the minute you come out of the womb, you are actually, there's an ongoing campaign to convince you otherwise. So I actually have a few of the books here at my house, and it's called Little Owners Children's Books, and I believe you can find them on Instagram at little_owners. And yeah, and then I'm going to go elsewhere with this, which this is a little heavier and a little deeper, but Metu Neter is an interesting book. If you only read the book to understand the Tree of Life, Metu Nefer speaks of the early Kemetians, early Egypt, and how advanced they were. And it explains to you where all the things that you see Rome being credited for and how advanced their civilization was, and that was actually all kind of taken from the Kemets. And in the book, there's a section that speaks specifically about the Tree of Life. And for the most part, any self-help thing that I've read really is basically a regurgitation of Metu Neter's Tree of Life, which is in which it states that it starts with the word, and there are 10 stages to manifestation. And so that book is intense. It's a very pro-Black book, and it's an intense read, just about our history and manifestation.
I'm familiar with Psycho-Cybernetics. I mean, from Spike Lee's Jim Brown All-American, that was the book that he used to program himself before a game, visualize the outcomes. And I've also heard like Jamie Foxx do interviews where he's using that lingo of your mind. Once you set a thought into your mind, everything gravitates towards that as long as you don't change course. So, but all that's tied into belief. So, I believe that this movie's going to reach millions. And I believe that we're all due for a sequel. And I believe that anyone watching, the reason they're watching is because they gravitated to it. And as long as this stays up, which will be forever, people will learn and continue to grow. You made a timeless piece.
Thank you.
And I really think that this is the kind of movie that you can watch by yourself with your friends, and 5 and 10 years from now, and you'll start seeing other things as you start to discover more about the world. You jam-pack this thing with a lot of stuff. So my hat's off. I'm not taking my hat off, but my hat's off.
Thank you, my brother.
I appreciate you.
Mike, I appreciate you too, man. Thank you for contributing to my crowdfunding campaign. Thank you for your generosity, my brother. It is deeply appreciated. It will never be forgotten. Hit me anytime, my brother, anytime.
I'm gonna build my motivational company from the flow up till it blow up and get my dough up.
Oh. Hey, you can take that shit out. They can edit that out.
Now, he ain't perfect. Well, he's trying.
Yeah, that's for you.
You ain't steal these, did you?
Your pain should be the pathway to your purpose. Don't seek success, seek purpose, and let success find you.
Desired position.
Doggy style.
That's it.
What?
Done.
No, sure.
No, you play too much.
I was just joking. Sure,
no.
come on, fill it out for me.
No, you fill it out.